That'd be. We'll be.
Best February and March, but I'd like to be playing a little.
Here's Chris Brown, Rock Creek in 3, 2, 1. Our 7th Academy head coach Chris Brown. And coach, I've seen flashes, really good consistencies like a lot of the other teams, but I'm sure you feel like at this point your team has not played its best basketball.
How are you today?
Okay. And good afternoon to you, everyone. I'm Keith Dodes from North Daviess, the site of the annual North Daviess Holiday Tournament. It is the final day, and our first ball game is South Knox taking on Rock Creek Academy. These two ball clubs are still looking for their first victory in this tournament, which is very loaded. All 8 teams, really, you could almost put all 8 names in a hat and draw out the winner by chance. So it's just a matter of what team plays the best basketball on the back-to-back-to-back days. But it is going to assure that even in this 7th place ball game that you get a quality opponent, as South Knox and Rock Creek Academy will hook up for the first time in their school's history. South Knox is 4-4 on the season. Rock Creek Academy is 4-3. They came into the tournament 4-1. Their only loss had been to Jennings County, a 4A school, by 7 points back on December 4th. Their victories coming into this tournament had been at Henryville and at home to Christian Academy and Cannleton, along with Louisville Holy Cross, a parochial school from Kentucky. Rock Creek Academy is located in Sellersburg, Indiana, which is just a little bit north of Louisville, just north of the Jeffersonville area over there where Providence and Charlestown and Clarksville are also schools, and Floyd Central over in that area. So there's a fairly dense level of population over there. It is a charter school, and they are coached by Chris Brown, who is the only coach that Rock Creek Academy has ever had. Rock Creek opened their tournament against Brownstown Central, which is playing for the championship game tonight against Blackhawk Christian. And Brownstown was able to pull away from Rock Creek and win 58-42. Then the Lions of Rock Creek played yesterday at 4:30, and they lost to Paoli 62-54. And in each of those ball games, they got behind early, and they had to do a little bit of catching up. They kept hanging around for most of the basketball game before their opponent was finally able to put them away late in the contest. And of course, our South Knox listeners know that the Spartans pretty well gift wrap a late Christmas present for Bar Reeve by blowing a fourth quarter lead and losing 43-39 on Tuesday night, and then got down early to North Daviess last night 18-6, and then outplayed the Cougars the rest of the basketball game. But both teams had a long dry spell in the fourth quarter. South Knox was able to get as close as 3, but North Daviess was able to pull away, or not pull away necessarily, but they were able to hit a big free throw and keep the Spartans off the scoreboard and come up with a 4-point victory over South Knox to push the Spartans into the 3 o'clock ball game today. At 4:30, it'll be 10-1 North Daviess against 5-1 Paoli. And then tonight at 6 o'clock, in the third place game, it's Bar Reeve against Lagodi. The championship game at 7:30 is Blackhawk Christian against Brownstown. We welcome you to our Media 5 Sports broadcast again from North Daviess. South Knox and Rock Creek meeting for the first time in their school's history. Spartans coached by David Burkett. We'll talk to him after we play the interview with Rock Creek's Chris Brown, and we'll do that after a 1-minute timeout. This is a Media 5 Sports production. Well, Rock Creek Academy has some of the biggest height, I should say, in this tournament. They have a 6'11" Manute Bowl lookalike player in Marielle Deeper, and then they have a bruiser, 6'7" kid, a junior also, Jaleb Treat. So they've got two of the taller, bigger players in the tournament. So they have the ability to go very, very big and present some problems for the other teams that go up against them, not only in this tournament, but probably over most of the course of their season. They are coached by Chris Brown, who has won 352 games in his coaching career. This is his 26th season overall as a head coach, and he has been the only varsity coach since Rock Creek Academy was formed about 19 or 20 years ago. So I had a chance to visit with him, and we talked about the fact that his team has shown flashes of really good play in their first 2 ball games of this tournament, but they've been very inconsistent. So we just simply talked about the fact that I'm sure he felt like his ball club has certainly not seen, has not played their best basketball of the season to this point.
No, not at all. We want to be playing our best February and March, but I'd like to be playing a little bit better than what we are right now too. So we just haven't been able to put 32 minutes together. Started back at the Jennings County game and ended up having a bad quarter. And we fought some foul trouble yesterday early, and they 3 starters with 2 in the first quarter. That's the recipe. That's not being deep. That's not good. That's a recipe for disaster for us. So we got to stay out of foul trouble. And defensively at times we're really, really gritty and tough. Offensively at times we showed moments of brilliance. We just got to put more of that together, I guess.
You've got a 6'11" kid that starts, a 6'7" kid that starts. You're you inside-out ball club then?
We try to be. A lot of people will focus. We're not as good a shooting ball team this year as we needed to be, and we've been in the past. And so people are a little bit more able to double down on us and pack that post a little bit better. And we saw some glimpses of that yesterday, the high-low combinations, getting the ball in the short corner, the guy, high post diving down off the free throw line, and we got some moments of that. And we just got to be more consistent with that, I would say. And then we need some guys to hit shots. I mean, 3 of 17 the first game against Brownstown outside in the three-point line, that's not going to do it for you. And so we got to find some other mechanisms where we got of scoring, or we've got to shoot the ball better, get different scoring options, or be more patient on offense and get the shot that we want.
This game is one of those intangibles about a holiday tournament that can be a plus. You know very little about South Knox. They know very little about you. So what kind of a basketball game do you expect?
Well, they're great. They play hard. They got guys that like to get to the cup, they get to the rim, and 32, 15, Candler and Robinson, and nice players too coming off the bench. If he doesn't come off the bench, he's athletic. They got some nice players. The one thing I noticed is against teams like Bar Reeve and stuff, they will work and be patient on the offensive end and get the shot that they want. And if we take quick shots and not get the shot that we want, and we have to go back and play defense consistently and methodically watch them play offense, it could be a long night for us. So we've definitely got to play our brand of basketball and be more imposing our will on them, and that's what it's going to come down to. I mean, and they got a couple big kids inside that like to bang and play their roles, and they do a good job of that. And I think our first 5 matches up well with anybody in this tournament's first 5. It's just when we have to go a little bit deeper, sometimes we seem to fall off some. So that being said, Blackhawk played 5 guys last night in the one game. So I mean, that's not what I like to do, but I mean, we got to be, if we can keep our 5 guys in and get some good contributions off the bench, I think we'll be, we'll put ourselves in a situation to win the ball game. And again, they're not going to go away. They took North Daviess. It was a 4-point game last night, and I mean, they are in every game that they play. They had a tough loss at Lagodi's. I mean, they know how to play. I mean, they're a great, great ball team. That's the great thing about this tournament is you have arguably 8 solid teams, some of the top-ranked teams in the state, and some of them might go 1 and 2 on the tournament. That just shows you the parity of this tournament. It's a very, very good tournament.
That's Chris Brown, the head coach of Rock Creek Academy. The Lions are 4-3. They take on 4-4 South Knox, and happy to interview Coach Brown for the first time, and he got one of those engraved pins that we give to all of our coaches on our Media 5 Sports pregame shows. And you can keep up with our very busy broadcast schedule. We've got 4 Media 5 Sports games today. This one, the North Daviess game to follow. We've got Linton in the championship game of the Wabash Valley Classic tonight, and Pike Central in a regular season ball game is at Forest Park on 102.3. So you can keep up with our schedule on our website, media5sports.com. The 5 is spelled out, media5sports.com. Our coaches' interviews are sponsored by PDG Farms. That's Pat, Doug, and Gary Holscher, the P, the D, and the G, and that's an acronym also for Pretty Darn Glad, to wish all the South Knox teams good luck this season. I'm Keith Dodes from North Daviess, South Knox and Rock Creek, tipping off at 3 o'clock. We'll come back. We'll visit with South Knox head coach David Burkett. After this timeout, this is a Media 5 Sports production.
Seventh place game. How important is it for your ball club to get a win here in this tournament?
Oh, I'm sorry, 60 seconds. Well, in the interview with head coach David Burkett, we just simply started out talking about how important is it to not go 0-3 in a tournament. How important is it for his ball club to get a victory here today?
I mean, it's always important to win. I mean, that's why you play the game. So I think it's always important to win. I don't know how important it is for their psyche, if that's what we're talking about, but I mean, I think they're a pretty good place right now. You know, it's like I said before, we haven't lost to anybody that has not been a decent team. I mean, all four of our losses right now are the teams that are ranked in the state. So, but it's like I keep telling the guys over and over again, if we're going to be in that upper echelon that I think we should be in, then we've got to beat some of these guys and not just play them close. You know, we played Ball really close. Sullivan really close, and North Daviess last night. I mean, if you look at the North Daviess film like we did this morning, just the fourth quarter, you know, it's 26-22. You know, we missed three straight layups, and you know that's the difference in the game. You know, one's a transition wide open layup. Made her miss one going to the basket, you know, on the left side, and you know, so there's some things that we've got to be able to finish. But I mean, defensively, we're in a really good place. I mean, we hold number one team in the state to 30 points. We hold number 3 team in the state to 36 points. I mean, not much more we can do on the defensive end. We got to take care of some things on the offensive end.
You're getting about what you expected at the beginning of the season from Dakota Candler. You figured 15, 16 points a game, and that's really what he's getting. Who has got to really step it up?
Well, you know, I've told you from day one we're going to go how Robinson and Mater go. I've thought Robinson's been pretty solid all year. I'd like to see him get a few more. I mean, ideally, I mean, if Candler's between 18 and 22 and Robinson's between 10 and 12, and then, you know, we need Mater and Worth and, you know, some of those guys to be pushing 6, 8, you know, 10 points. Then JT, I think, is coming along. We just got to keep him aggressive. I think he's got a big ceiling. That's something that I think will continue to get better all year. We just got to keep working with him, and just Dylan's got to get off the schneid a little bit there. But Fisher's giving good minutes, Worth's giving good minutes. We got to kind of get Cody back on track, and we got to get something out of Singleton a little bit as well.
This Rock Creek team has the ability to put a lot of height, a lot of size on the floor. How do you go about attacking them today?
Well, I mean, we're not going to do anything different than what we've been doing. I mean, we don't need to do anything different. We put ourselves in positions to win every single basketball game we've been in, except for the first quarter of the Lagodi game. And then, like I told you, that's, you know, we blew that with a minute 48 or something like that left to go. You know, it's 7 to 5, and then we turn the basketball over a couple times and let them get on a run, or you know. So it's not anything we're doing wrong. We just got to make some plays. As far as, you know, last night Kalen was 4 for 12. Brennan was 3 for 11. You know, those aren't good percentages. You know, we got to make a few more of those shots. You know, Tristan's 0 for 3, and 2 of them are layups. You know, that's the kind of stuff to where when it's not a large possession game, which tonight could be a large possession game, but when it's not a large possession game, when you're playing Bar Eve, Lagodi, you know, North Daviess, who are not high-scoring teams as well, you know, you got to take advantage of those situations. And, you know, that's the thing that we've got to do a better job of is guys got to take advantage of situations scoring basketball.
South Knox head coach David Burkett before his 4-4 Spartans take on the Rock Creek Lions, who are 4-3. Rock Creek wants to try to get the ball up and score some baskets in transition. They want to try to speed South Knox up a little bit. They average about 55 points a game. South Knox only gives up about 36 points per ball game, and they score about 47. Rock Creek gives up 49 per game on the early part of the season. I'm Keith Dodes from the Stockton Building Supply press table here at the south end of the gymnasium up in the balcony here at North Davies. We'll come back, give you the starting lineups after this timeout. This is a Media 5 sports production. 3 minutes, please. Our starting lineups are brought to you by the attorneys at Hart Bell in Vincennes and Washington. That's attorneys Brent Stuckey and Dan Sievers, Jeff Neal, Jill Doggett, Katie Cotter, Graham Dykus, and Tanner Boucher, providing a full spectrum of legal services. So no matter what area of legal advice you need or whatever your issue happens to be, they have an attorney that specializes. So call Hart Bell, the only law firm you will ever need. 6'11" junior, Marielle Deeper, it's spelled D-I-P-E-R, pronounced Deeper, is the tallest player in the tournament. And he, if you can imagine, guys as old as I am, remember Manute Bol that played in the NBA. I think he was about 7 foot 6 inches tall. It was just like a bamboo pole. They struggled to always put weight on him, and this is kind of a look-alike. A very tall, very thin 6'11", Marielle Deeper. 6'7", junior Jaleb Treat, does not have that problem. He would be just an incredible defensive lineman or offensive lineman. He's built very, very stout and a very strong kid. Outside, they've got 5'8" junior Ladarius Wallace. They have 6' senior Jonathan Boggs that starts, and then the second senior is 6'3" Gavin Gullion. For South Knox, Coach Burkett will go back with Jackson Thomas at the point guard, 6' junior. Two other juniors in the starting lineup, 6'1" Dylan Mater and 6'5" Dakota Candler. The senior is 6'1" Brennan Robinson, and a freshman, 6'5" Sam Singleton in the starting lineup for South Knox as they play for the first time in school history against the Rock Creek Academy Lions from Sellersburg, Indiana, a charter school over there just a few miles north of the Louisville and Jeffersonville area. The fifth place game at 4:30 is North Daviess and Paoli. Third place game at 6 o'clock is Bar Reeve and Lagodi. And the championship game at 7:30, Fort Wayne Blackhawk and Brownstown. You know, Blackhawk was in this tournament a couple of years ago. They played 2 years and they won the tournament back-to-back. They have still not lost a game here in this tournament at North Daviess. Our three-point field goals, again today, will be sponsored by Black's Excavation, a local firm with a reputation for producing quality results. Call Jeff or Colby when you need experience and reliability, 743-2604. And they've also got a diamond brush cutter that helps you clear your ditch banks and field borders, and they can get, with that piece of equipment, they can knock out trees up to 7 inches in diameter. Jeff and Colby Black at Black's Excavation. Our timeouts are sponsored by the Decker Tavern. They're open 7 days a week. They serve some of the area's best food for lunch and dinner. They've got lunch specials today, every day during the week, and then on Fridays and Saturdays, they have Friday and Saturday night specials with their food. So good times and great food at the Decker Tavern, of course, there in Decker. Our halftime stats are sponsored by Casey's General Stores. Start your day with Casey's new breakfast sandwiches, biscuits, burritos, and bowls. Casey's here for good. After the game, we have our Smith Electric post-game show, and we wrap up our broadcast with the Candler Trucking Star of the Game and the Unsung Hero Award that's sponsored by Dr. Tom Thompson and the Thompson Family Clinic. My vantage point from the Stockton Building Supply press table, again, in the balcony of the south end. I'm right along one of the free throw lines, just slightly over to the left of the center of the floor. Right over the railing is the South Knox team bench. Spartans are in red with blue numbers and letters and white trim. The other end of the gym is Rock Creek in their home white uniforms with red numbers and letters and black trim. We're just ahead of the playing of the national anthem. We'll come back and tip this one off. South Knox and Rock Creek. After this timeout, this is a Media 5 sports production. All right, probably get at least 2 minutes in, maybe 2.5. tip-off is sponsored by Cleveland Pest Control, your local pest control company serving Knox County and the surrounding area as well, with over 30 years experience in dealing with all levels of pest control issues. So when it comes time, do business with your local pest control company, Cleveland Pest Control. Call Bill Cleveland at 726-4904. Speaking about broadcasting from the Stockton Building Supply press table, they still got 10% off any new pole building supplied and built by Stockton Building Supply. A limited time offer. So give them a call or stop by the store, Stockton Building Supply, formerly ProMart, located behind the Walmart in Linton. Well, we're at the 30th of December, just one more day left after this before we turn the calendar over to the new year, 2022. From North Daviess, South Knox, and Rock Creek. Spartans in red will go to the basket away from my vantage point. Rock Creek and white will come toward my table. And our first quarter is sponsored by Robinson Excavation. Talk to Mike or Brownie at 726-5244. Deeper, Treat, Wallace, Boggs, Gullion for Rock Creek. Robinson, Candler, Mater, Singleton, and Thomas for South Knox. Singleton will jump for South Knox at 6'5", Deeper at 6'11" for Rock Creek. Three officials are ready. Here we go. Tip to the Lions. Boggs gives the ball to Wallace. He'll bring it through the center circle. Spartans will play man-to-man. There's Gullion with a weave out on top. Drives it all the way to the left side. Spins him into the lane. Up and under. Shot is good. Gavin Gullion puts Rock Creek on top. 20 seconds into the ball game. Thomas has the ball on the high right for the Spartans. Guarded man-to-man by Rock Creek. High post is Candler. On the block to JT. Jackson Thomas in the corner. JT with the drive into the paint. Nice. Boy, tried to give it to Candler, and Dakota wasn't ready for the pass. Candler thought JT was going to shoot the ball, and you got to be ready there for a pass. JT is going to get you the ball, and Candler should know that. The Spartans turn it over. Wallace operates at the point. Gives the ball to Boggs. Into the lane. Nearly stripped of the ball. Gets it away now to Gullion. Down low to Deeper, and bothered by Singleton defensively. He lets the ball go out of bounds. We played about a minute. 2-0 Rock Creek. The charter school from Sellersburg, Indiana, just north of Louisville. High post, Candler, guarded by Boggs. Backdoor play to Robinson. He missed underneath and rebounded by Rock Creek. They'll run it the other way. Wallace comes down against Mater and lays it in. 4-0 Rock Creek. That's what they want to do. They want to pick up the tempo. Spartans get it on their end quickly. Candler into the paint, clears it to JT, drives baseline, and dribble the ball off of Rock Creek and out of bounds. 6:35 on the clock, first quarter, 4-0 Rock Creek advantage. Robinson left wing, drives baseline against Wallace, gives it to Candler, shot fake, now goes up and missed it, bothered by the 6'11" boy, got his own rebound, back up and a whistle and a jump ball. Good defense down there by Rock Creek, and the Spartans will have the possession arrow enter their basket at the other end. Thomas will inbound it. Up top, Candler. Turns, fakes the shot, out to Robinson, behind the arc, and now Mater, guarded by Wallace, moves him left, down to the block, tried to shoot it, and he's called for traveling. Spartans have just been a mess offensively, quite honestly. And they're off to a bad start offensively here in this ball game. 2 minutes in, down 4-0. Just a lot of little things that over the course of the season, if you're a Spartan fan, you hope they get corrected, but it's been going on most of the year. They've just not been very good offensively. Trapping out on top, Singleton trying to work in the trap. Down low goes Wallace, and his pass is knocked away, and it's going to stay out of bounds. It's going to stay with Rock Creek. 4-0 Lions. 5:54 on the clock. I lean over the railing here to see the player inbounding. Comes into Goulian behind the arc. In the corner, Wallace. Top of the key. Down low they go to a big guy inside who scores it. It's Treat, gets his first point. 6-0. Here's a three on the way by Mater. It is bouncing high, no good. Rebounded by Rock Creek. 2.5 minutes into the game, a 6-0 lead for the Lions. Wallace knocked away, stolen by JT. Gives it down court to Robinson. He stripped of the ball and fouled. That will be Boggs with the foul. Free throws coming up for South Knox. Spartans have not been a good free throw shooting team, 57%. Robinson shooting 2. The first one is no good, and Brennan is only 35% from the line. Just shake your head. He shoots better from the field than the line. Second free throw, he missed them both. Boggs comes back the other way. On the wing, Wallace. Out on the perimeter, he'll reload the offense. His team up 6-0. 3 minutes into the game. Deeper, guarded by Singleton. Clears it up top to Goulian. He'll pop a three up there, no good. Long rebound to Robinson up the far sideline. In the corner, Mater jumps it to Candler behind the arc. Down low to Singleton, and he's going to be called for traveling as he got his feet set to try to take the shot. And the Spartans are already at 3 turnovers. And no points, a little over 3 minutes into the ball game. We will have a coaches show live from Speedy Pete's on Saturday. Isaiah Ball, a 5'10 junior, comes in. 9:30 to 10 on WAOV with head coach David Burkett. Speedy Pete's will open at 8 o'clock on Saturday, New Year's Day. Boggs has it out on top. Pick and roll to Deeper. Goes underneath to Treat. He misses underneath, and rebounding foul on Treat. He missed the shot in there, and the 6'7 kid gets his first foul. Wallace will come right back in, and he'll come in for Ball. Ball played one possession. 4:33 on the clock, first quarter, 6-0 Rock Creek. Spartans' offensive problems have continued here in the first minutes of this ball game. High post is Candler. Hands it off to Robinson, pulls up from the elbow and knocks it in. At the 4:20 mark, Spartans get their first points, trailing 6-2. Wallace looking inside. Deeper comes out behind the arc. 6'11 kid, guarded by Singleton. And now Goulian in the center circle will direct some traffic. He's a senior, wears number 34. Halfway through the first quarter. Round the horn to the right side. Three on the way by Wallace is good. Spartans did not defend that very well. First Blacks Excavation three-pointer of the game, scored by Rock Creek. They're up 9-2. Thomas out on the perimeter. Up on top now is Candler against Rock Creek's man-to-man. Dakota spins it into the front of the basket and finishes. His first points. He's the South Knox leading scorer at about 15 a game. 9-4 Rock Creek. Spartan man-to-man as Wallace in the center circle. Reach in by Singleton, and then Sam goes into the backcourt and commits the foul. Singleton knocked the ball into the backcourt and then fouled Wallace. This is the first foul against South Knox, the team in red. Rock Creek up 9-4. Comes inbound to Boggs, guarded by Robinson. Boggs, a big, strong kid. Goes in the corner to Wallace, who just hit a three. Driving baseline, tried to give it away to Treat, knocked away, picked up by Robinson down the left side against the 6'11" boy and swatted out of bounds. No, it didn't go out of bounds, though. Rock Creek saved it. Here comes Boggs down against Mater. Wild shot, no good. Rebounded Candler. 2:50 left in the quarter. Dakota all the way down the right side to the wing, to the baseline, through the lane. Reverse layup is too strong, and Deeper rebounds it. Gives to Wallace. Treat now at 6'7", goes into the lane. He's stripped by Candler. Another South Knox steal. They've got to convert here. Mater on the left high, down to Singleton on the baseline. Shot fake. Brings it back to Mater, and up top, Candler swings it right side. Robinson to the foul line, jumps it up, and no good. Rebound tapped around and out on the baseline to Rock Creek. They lead at 9-4. 2:10 to play here in the first quarter. Deeper against Singleton. Nearly stolen away by Sam, the freshman. Hands it off to Wallace. He'll pop on up from the baseline, no good. And the Spartans stand and watch Rock Creek get the rebound, and then Singleton swats Goulian away to Wallace, goes around Mater. Reverse layup is no good, but tapped in by the 6'11" kid. 11-4, Rock Creek. Mater in the corner left side, up to Singleton. He's open for a three. Yes, sir. Sam Singleton with a Black's excavation three. 1:33 on the clock, first quarter, 11-7. As Rock Creek dribbles the ball out of bounds. Treat tried to drive baseline and turns it over. It's the fifth turnover by the Lions, and Treat will come out. Checking in is Kendrick Payton, a 5'8" senior. Isaiah Ball, a junior, will check back in for Wallace. 1:27 left in the first quarter, 11-7. In favor of Rock Creek. They scored the game's first 6 points. Cody Dawson is in the game for South Knox, 6'2" senior. Playing for Mater. He's got the ball up top. He can shoot that shot. Candler down low, touches it back to Cody. His three ball is no good. Rebounded by Goulian. 1:05 left in the first quarter. Boggs directs the traffic. Guarded closely by Robinson. Gets a screen from Goulian. Drives left side. Gives to Goulian. He rolls it in from the right side. He's got 4 points. 13-7. Rock Creek. 50 seconds left in the quarter. Candler underneath to Dawson. Shot fake and then lays it in. He got everybody up in the air with the head fake and then scores his first points. 13-9. Final half minute. Rock Creek with the lead, the ball, and the possession arrow. Goulian against Tristan Worth, who's in the ball game. Deeper got away with a walk, and there's the whistle and the travel call. Tristan Worth in the ball game, the 5'10" senior. So with 19 seconds left in the quarter, we'll see if the Spartans can close this one out here. Memphis Jackson, a 6' junior, is checked in. JT through the center circle. Goulian guarding him man-to-man. Hands off to Worth. High post Candler with 10 to shoot. Robinson from the foul line. Pumps one up, and it's no good. Way off, and the rebound foul called against South Knox. That foul line and Brennan just don't match this year. He's been better shooting from the perimeter away from the free throw line. He gets close to that free throw line, it's just been bad news for him. Tristan Worth with his first foul. Final 4 seconds. Goulian comes down all the way down the left side, goes up, no good. Good defense from Worth. And on the Grunman scoreboard at the end of one quarter, Rock Creek 13, South Knox 9. Back in 1 minute. This is a Media 5 sports production. Larry Levi and Lance Hosher, Hosher Family Farms, proud to say good luck Spartans and support all South Knox athletic teams. Hosher Family Farms, growing Knox County. Rock Creek in white coming to the basket toward my end of the gym. They've got it first. Second quarter sponsored by Robinson Excavation. Boggs, a senior, gives it over to Jackson. Round the horn, pulls up, couldn't shoot. 6'11" kid is on the bench. No, he's out there. 6'7" kid Treat is on the bench. Boggs over to the left high. Robinson with the defense. He comes all the way down, and the whistle on the traveling called against Rock Creek, their 7th turnover. Spartans have just not been able to capitalize on the other end. Worth, Jackson, Thomas. It's Robinson, Candler, and Dawson on the floor. Dawson behind the arc. Touches it to JT over on the right side. Nice give to Cody. He'll lay it in. JT to Dawson, who scores his 4th point. 13-11, I should say, Rock Creek. Boggs crossed the line on the high right side. Gets a screen from Gullion. Gives it over on the side. Gullion in the lane now. Goes up and fouled. They're going to give him 2 shots. He was passing the ball. He was not shooting the ball. He was passing it to the 6'11" kid. Dawson with the foul. First free throw from Gullion is no good. First free throw of the ball game by Rock Creek. And Treat comes back in, so Rock Creek's got their 2 big boys on the floor. Gullion, second free throw is in and out, rebounded by Robinson. South Knox can tie the game or take their first lead. Candler top of the key, JT wide open left side, tries to drive it, and then threw the ball right to the 6'11" boy, and we've got a whistle and a foul apparently called against South Knox. I'm not quite sure what JT was trying to do there. He threw the ball right to Deeper, and Coach Burke had given him the same look that I would be giving him if I was on the side of the floor too. He was wide open. He's got to start taking that shot. 6:45 left in the half. Rock Creek by 2 with the basketball. Wallace lobs it for Deeper. He makes a catch behind the 3-point line. Now inside to Treat against Dawson. Gives it right back to Deeper. Blocked from behind by Candler, but Candler with his first foul. Spartans are at 4 fouls. Rock Creek is at 2. And Rock Creek has avoided the foul problems that have plagued them their first 2 contests here. Marielle Deeper to the free throw line, 6'11" junior. Has 2 points. First free throw is good. Back to a 3-point lead. Candler will come out. Logan Fisher is in. 6'6" senior. Coach Burkett really chewing on Dakota. Second free throw is good. 15-11, Rock Creek. Here's Robinson on the high left. Rock Creek is going to go to his zone defense, it looks like, 2-3. Fisher on the high right. On the baseline, Dawson. JT in the middle, touches it to Worth, out to Robinson. Worth on the baseline, but the 6'7" boy right there. JT goes in the middle, missed the shot. Rebound to Fisher. Dawson up top now to Robinson. The Spartans will reload, down 15-11. 6 minutes to play in the first half. Boggs will come back in for Rock Creek on the next dead ball. Robinson bombs the 3 from the left side, too strong, and rebounded by Gullion. He comes down in a hurry for Rock Creek, over to Wallace, underneath to Treat, under the basket, and he's fouled by Dawson. So South Knox is at 5 fouls now. Mater will come in. Since Rock Creek's in a zone, he comes in for Robinson. Actually, the scoreboard now says that's 6 fouls against South Knox. Now I'm missing one apparently. Gillian to Wallace, takes JT to the left side, and that's poor defense by JT, and Wallace just lays it right in. 17-11. Worth up top. Fisher to Dawson on the baseline to JT, and out on top to Mater. Fakes the three around his man. Little 10-footer is good. Those are the first tournament points for Dylan Mater. 17-13 the score. In the corner, wide open is Wallace. Another three, as this one's no good. Rebound Thomas as he covers up the basketball. Just under 5 minutes to play. We're in the first half. Fisher out on top. Dawson inside Worth. Little 10-footer is good by Tristan. So 4 in a row for South Knox, within 2 again. Rock Creek in white coming toward me as Gillian drives baseline, floats one up, no good. Got his own rebound, though. Out to Treat. He'll shoot the three, no good. And Gillian gets another rebound, back up and in. They get 3 opportunities, and they score on the third one. The third time was the charm. Robinson and Singleton will come back in for South Knox. Fisher out on the high right, 19-15 Rock Creek. JT to Mater in the left corner. Around the horn, Dawson on the wing, right side, underneath to Mater. Bad pass, saved by JT, goes up and gets fouled. Spartans are 0 of 2 from the line. Thomas, a 69% free throw shooter, 9 of 13 on the season. Will toe the stripe with 3:56 left in the first half. Thomas looking for his first point of the game. No good. Mater comes out. JT will come out if he makes the free throw. Robinson will come in for him. Second of 2 free throws. No good. 0 of 4 from the line is South Knox. Wallace will bring it across in front of the scorer's table. In the high right. Another reach in by JT, got away with that one. He was able to get the steal and lays it in. So the referees let him get away with that. And Thomas lays it in, cuts the lead to 2. Thomas will guard Wallace again, takes it over to the high right. Gives it away to Peyton in the ball game, down low. Jackson backs it into the corner against Worth. And back out to Boggs, guarded by Singleton. Deeper, the 6'11 kid's on the bench as Jackson will jump one up, no good, but the rebound, foul called on Fisher. Fish didn't get the right position there to get that rebound and commits the foul. And Rock Creek is in the 1-and-1. 3:08 left in the half. This is Kendrick Payton, a 5'8 senior, shooting a 1-and-1. Shooting toward me. It's on the way. It's way off. It's an air ball. Gillian comes in for Peyton, who just missed the free throw. 3:08 left in the first half. Rock Creek up 19-17. South Knox with a chance to take its first lead or tie the game for the first time. Worth on the high right. Rock Creek goes back to the man-to-man. I'm not so sure the zone wouldn't have been a better idea. Spartans have had trouble hitting shots in this tournament. Left side Dawson, he'll shoot one up for the tie. It's too strong. Rebound knocked around. Nice hustle by Robinson, saves it into Fisher, shoots the three. Yes, sir! Logan Fisher puts South Knox up 20-19 with the 3 ball, a Black's excavation 3. High post to Treat, 6'7 kid, off the Boggs, in front of Coach Burkett of South Knox. gets a screen, feeds it on top to Goulian. Back over to Boggs, and in the corner, Wallace, guarded by Robinson. Boggs will shoot a three over Dawson. He'll knock that one in. Back-to-back, Black's Excavation three-point field goals. And back up on top is Rock Creek by 2, 22-20. Robinson right side, pulls up for the tie. Yes, sir. Right side jumper by Brennan. Gives him 4, ties the game for the first time, 22 apiece, and Rock Creek ball knocked out of bounds by South Knox. Deeper will come back in. He's the 6'11 kid, comes in from Memphis Jackson. 22-22, 153 left in the half. Baseline inbound for Rock Creek down below me. Treat swings it to Wallace. They go inside to Deeper. Pass right through his hands and into the hands of Fisher. South Knox can regain the lead. Worth goes around his man all the way down. Missed the layup. He tried to throw it way high. Good rebound on a baseball pass down to Goulian, who scores on the other end his 8th point. 6'11 kid rebounded and threw a baseball pass down the floor to Goulian. It's 24-22 Rock Creek. Fisher to Worth, left side. Thought about the three. Now Sam Singleton, the freshman, brings the 6'11 kid out with him. Right side Worth. Fisher halfway to the wing. Dribbles to the baseline. Knocked away and stolen. And wait a minute, we've got Rock Creek standing out of bounds. Fisher's got to be more careful there. Dakota Candler will come in for Cody Dawson. Spartans' leading scorer has just 2 points, Dakota Candler. 24-22 Rock Creek. Checking in is Isaiah Ball. Comes in for Wallace, the starting point guard. Under out of bounds at the other end. Robinson for South Knox. To Candler, right side. Shot fake on the 6'11 kid. Gets him up in the air and then gets fouled. Take your pick, either the 6'7 or 6'11 kid. Put Candler at the line. That goes against Jaleb Treat, his 2nd foul. Candler to the line with 64 seconds left in the first half. He needs both of these to tie the game. The Spartans are 0 of 4 from the free throw line, and now they are 0 out of 5. When you have enough problems offensively like South Knox has had most of the early part of the season, you really need to count on free throw shooting, but the Spartans are only about a 55% free throw shooting team. And Candler misses both free throws, and Robinson tried to get the rebound, but to no avail. 0 of 6 for the line. That's not going to win you any ball games. Nobody picks up Boggs. They go into Deeper, and the ball goes right off of his face and out of bounds. He says he got pushed in the back. That's what he's telling the ref. 51 seconds to play. That's 10 turnovers by Rock Creek. South Knox has just not been able to take advantage to any large degree on those turnovers. See if Rock Creek goes man-to-man. They stay man-to-man. They do. As Candler pulls up to Singleton behind the arc. To Robinson. And he threw the ball right out of bounds. Brennan's growling at Tristan Worth, but he was caught up in traffic. That wasn't Tristan's fault. 5th South Knox turnover. Ball out on the weave, out on top, behind the three-point line. Goulian, who's had a good first half, a senior, red-headed kid. Feeds ball back to Goulian. South Knox has the possession arrow, but Rock Creek has the lead and the ball. And they're working the clock down here. Spreading the floor. 7 seconds. Goulian works against Fisher, nearly stolen by Candler. And now it is stolen by the Spartans, and that closes out the half. So Rock Creek didn't close the first half out well. A steal there by South Knox. But on the Grunman scoreboard at halftime, Rock Creek 24, South Knox 22. Back after this timeout, this is a Media 5 Sports production. Neither team has shot well from the free throw line. Rock Creek 2 of 5, South Knox 0 out of 6. So the free throw shooting woes continue for not only the South Knox boys, but the girls are having a hard time hitting free throws for South Knox this season as well. Rock Creek has turned the ball over 11 times. South Knox has just not been able to take advantage and score points off those turnovers. The Spartans have 5 turnovers. 3 of them came early in the ball game. 1 tie, 2 lead changes, and it all adds up on the Grumman scoreboard to Rock Creek 24, South Knox 22. We'll come back with more after this timeout. This is a Media 5 Sports production. All right, 3 more minutes here. That'll leave us 6. Well, start your day at Speedy Pete's with plenty of piping hot breakfast items to choose from, then transition into lunch, roaster chicken and lots of other great foods and sandwiches that are your favorites for lunch, and then Little Italy's Pizza for dinner. New Year's Eve, don't cook tomorrow night. Go to Speedy Pete's for Little Italy's Pizza. Speedy Pete's in Monroe City for a quick and delicious breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They host our David Burkett Coaches Show on Saturday mornings from 9:30 to 10 on WAOV. Bob Hoops at Hoops Construction serves our area with construction projects of all types, from small repairs and remodeling to a brand new home. Call Hoops Construction at 887-8787. You can't beat the prices at Steve Faulkner Buick Chevy GMC in Princeton. See for yourself at their website online. They're just a smidgen up the road from where you live, and quite simply a better experience. Steve Faulkner Motors in Princeton. South Knox in red comes to the basket toward me. Down 2. Mater to Thomas into the forecourt. Robinson. Now Singleton gives to Mater left high. Run GT on the baseline, give it to Robinson. Thomas on the baseline, spins it back out to Mater. And Candler, top of the key, goes into the paint all the way to the left side, missed the layup. Candler got to the basket, and I could see him close his eyes and turn his head away from the shot. And he missed the layup. That would have tied the game. I've never seen a team like this that has missed so many layups and shots right under the basket. Boy, there's a push-off by Treat. He gets the pass and lays it in, but he got the shove. He got away with the shove to get the pass received. Out on top, Candler to Thomas against Boggs. Pick and roll to Dakota, and Rock Creek kicks it out of bounds. 26-22 Rock Creek. Ball comes inbound right below me here. Robinson up on top. To Candler inside. He got fouled by Boggs. And he'll try to make the Spartans' first free throw of the game. They've missed their first 6. Boggs with his second foul. Nobody has more than 2. Candler stuck at 2 points. Shooting right toward me. On the way and good. 26-23 Rock Creek. Dakota's second free throw is on the way. It rolls off. Rebound to the Lions. Minute into the third quarter. Wallace on the high right. There's Goulian going down low, knocked away from behind by Candler and stolen away by South Knox. Here's Robinson into the forecourt to the foul line, jumps one up and in. 26-25 Rock Creek. As Wallace looks at Thomas. Treat trying to set a high screen, but he'll dribble back to the center circle. Over to Boggs. Spartans man-to-man. High screen for Boggs. Through 2 defenders, and the ball knocked out of bounds. Rock Creek will inbound at the other end, under their basket, in white. Wallace will bring it in. Goulian behind the arc, and there's Wallace again. Moves stolen away by JT. South Knox can regain the lead here. Candler hands to Robinson. Over to Thomas behind the arc. Couple of dribbles out to Singleton, and Robinson behind the three-point line. Through 2 defenders, nearly stolen away. Mater, shot fake, down to Singleton against the 6'11 kid. Sam in the paint, off to Robinson, and down on the baseline to Candler. He'll jump up a 10-footer. It's an air ball. Rebound, though, to JT, off to Singleton. Step back 3 for Sam, no good. And the rebound out of bounds should be South Knox ball. It is. 5:48 left in the third quarter. Rock Creek up by 1, 26-25. Robinson in front of the Spartan bench will bring it in the back. Nope, he brings it into Singleton. Back to Brennan to the left side, pulls up, jumper good. 27-26 South Knox, 4 in a row by Robinson. Rock Creek finds themselves behind for just the second time in the game. Wallace over to Boggs. Up to Treat. Looking for deeper inside. Boy, he's in the lane a long time. They just do away with the 3-second call anymore. Whistle and a foul against South Knox. Couldn't see who they indicated the foul on. It was called on Robinson. His second. South Knox up 1. 5:15 left in the third quarter. Boggs into the lane, clears it left side. Wallace shoots a 3 and knocks it in. Each time South Knox has taken the lead, Rock Creek has responded with a Black's Excavation 3-pointer, and I think maybe both times it was Wallace. Candler to the left side, double teamed, in some trouble, goes out to Mater. Back to Candler, halfway to the block, shot fake. Now he'll take the jumper, way too strong. Rebounded by Rock Creek. They're going to run the fast break. Treat comes down and missed the layup, but fouled by Robinson, his third foul. No, the last time that South Knox took a lead in the second quarter, it was Boggs who hit the 3. on the next possession. So the Spartans have not been able to have the lead and the ball. Jaleb Treat shooting 2 free throws, the left-hander. First one no good. Dawson will come in for Candler. Just not been Dakota's afternoon at all. Treat will try to salvage a free throw here. It's on the way, and it is bouncing good. 30-27 Rock Creek. The Spartans leading scorers on the bench. Robinson kills the dribble too soon. He's in some trouble. Goes to Singleton between the circles. Thomas now with the ball. Rock Creek man-to-man. Dawson, Robinson, right side. Screen, pick and roll for Cody. He'll go up and roll it in. 30-29, 4:20 to play, third quarter. Rock Creek up by 1 with the ball. Illegal screen called against. And that's the third foul on Rock Creek's 6'7" junior, Jaleb Treat. Illegal screen. Just about halfway through the third quarter, South Knox down 30-29. With the basketball in red, coming toward me, toward the Stockton Building Supply press table. Singleton left side, up on top to Mater, shot fake and a drive. Now takes the jumper, no good. Rebound, foul against the Spartans. Now this is something that drives fans crazy. The referee, who was looking right at that play, did not call the foul. It was a guy that was 40 feet away that calls the foul on Sam Singleton. Amazing. Not saying it wasn't a foul. I'm just saying the guy looking right at the play, right there 3 feet away from it, is not the one blowing the whistle. Round the horn to the left. Now Wallace up on top. Weave out on top for Rock Creek. Gullion takes it into the lane, pulls up from 12, missed the shot. Deeper is out of bounds on the rebound, but was he pushed? No, he was just out of bounds. So again, South Knox has a chance to go in front. 2 seniors will check in, Logan Fisher and Tristan Worth. Mater and Singleton will leave. Here's Thomas through the center circle. Fisher hands to Robinson. Brennan with a couple of field goals in his third quarter. Left high, now down on the block. Give and go, but Dawson's pass to Robinson was knocked away and stolen. Wallace comes down the other way for Rock Creek to Gullion. Inside to Deeper, and he's fouled. Maybe Fisher. His second foul. 4 already against South Knox, 2 against Rock Creek. 3:03 left in the third quarter. It's an under out of bounds at the other end. Comes into Treat, up quickly to Boggs. Wallace drives it into the paint, throws one up to the rim, no good, rebounded by Deeper, and he's tied up. Rock Creek will keep the basketball on the jump ball. Gullion will bring it in. 2:54 on the clock, third quarter. Comes into Deeper, hands it back to Gullion. Quick 3 on the way is no good. Rebound Robinson. 2:50 left, third quarter. Brennan down in a hurry. Nice give underneath the Worth. He'll clear it in the corner to Fisher for a 3. No good. Tipped up by Robinson, no good, and into the hands of Thomas. So a third crack at it for South Knox. Dawson on the baseline. It shoots an air ball. Rebound JT, though, and a timeout called by South Knox. 2:31 on the clock. We have a Decker Tavern timeout, the first one called in the ballgame on the Grunman scoreboard. 30-29, Rock Creek. Team up with Robinson Excavation for your next project. They'll even bring rock to your driveway, as well as all the other big or small projects that they're capable of doing. Grading and trenching, tiling, demolition, terracing work, site prep. Call Mike or Brownie at 726-5244. Need auto work or body work on your vehicle? Come to Martin's in Vincennes, Martin's Auto Care on Washington Avenue, Martin's Body Shop on East St. Clair. They're next to each other. Professional quality service and workmanship, second to none. Under out of bounds, right below my Stockton Building Supply press table, I look over the railing. JT brings it into Robinson in the corner. Back to JT, kills the dribble. Robinson to Dawson, out on the perimeter. 2:20 left third quarter. Fisher now between the circles, brings the 6'11 kid out with him. Robinson takes a look inside, nothing there. Worth, Dawson behind the arc, to Fisher on top. He'll shoot the three, no good. Rebound, oh, it was almost tapped up and in by Rock Creek. Boggs slapped at the rebound, it almost went in. Billion lobs into the 6'11 boy, and he counts the basket and a foul on Fisher. Deeper with an and one opportunity. That would push Rock Creek up by 4 if he makes the free throw. Jackson and Ball will come in for Rock Creek. Fisher with 3 fouls. Deeper is 2 of 2 from the line. He has 6 points. Rock Creek's up by 3. Free throw is good. He's a good free throw shooter. 4-point lead. Thomas through the center circle. And they'll go back to his zone now, will Rock Creek. Thomas to Fish. He got away. Nope, he traveled. He made a catch, took 1 step, and then jumped up and came back down. That's 3 steps. Trying to get your feet set. And the Spartans turn it over. Offensively, the Spartans are just a mess. Looking inside, we've got Fisher trying to guard the 6'11 kid. Jackson, top of the key. To Deeper. Inside to Treat, and he's pushed from behind, and that's the 6th foul against South Knox, and Cody Dawson with the foul there, his 3rd. Going to get Dakota Candler back in the game. South Knox offense, really this whole season, if you've ever had a car that has had something blocking your fuel line, where you just kind of missing as you're driving down the road, just a little jerk here and there. It's just the way the offense has been. It runs smoothly for just a short time, and then dirt gets in there and clogs up the fuel line, and their offense has been a lot like that. There's Jackson popping a 3 out deep, and he knocks it in. Memphis Jackson, and it is a 36-29 lead for Rock Creek with a minute to play in the third quarter. They match their biggest lead of the game, 7 points. Against the zone, up on top is JT. Fisher down to Candler on the baseline, and nobody even wants to look at even shooting the ball right now for the Spartans. They know, they can sense that their offense is just really not very sharp. Here's a 3 by Robinson, no good. Rebound tipped out of bounds, should be Rock Creek basketball, but the referee gives it to South Knox. Mater will come back in. The kids can just sense that their offense is just not there. It's just not working. And it's just a total lack of confidence at this point. Fisher has the ball taken out of his hands. Deeper comes down in the lane, almost turned it over. Now a timeout by Rock Creek with 19 seconds left in the third quarter. A Decker Tavern timeout on the Grunman scoreboard. 19 seconds left third quarter. Rock Creek 39, Rock Creek 36, South Knox 29. Back in 30 seconds. This is a Media 5 Sports production. Well, for dirt, stone, gravel, topsoil, anything that you need hauled, call Jeff at Candler Trucking. Jeff Candler at 881-9184. Fast, dependable, reliable, and affordable, and responsible. Candler Trucking. Well, South Knox hasn't scored in over 4 minutes, and Rock Creek's going to close out the third quarter here with at least a 7-point lead. Gullion knocks Mater down, no call, then he missed the layup, rebounded by Candler, still 7 seconds left, throws it down to Mater, goes all the way down with 3 to Candler, puts it up, and it rolls in. So Rock Creek shot too soon, and South Knox comes back and closes out on a basket by Candler. And at the end of 3 on the Grundman scoreboard, Rock Creek 36, South Knox 31. Back in a minute. This is a Media 5 sports production. Fourth quarter sponsored by Robinson Excavation. Talk to Michael Brownie at 726-5244. Dawson will start the fourth quarter with Candler, Mater, Robinson, and JT, Jackson Thomas. Original starting lineup on the floor for Rock Creek. That's Deeper and Treat, Wallace, Boggs, and Gullion. 6'11" and 6'7" kids are on the floor. 6'7" kid has 3 fouls. Fisher and Robinson with 3 fouls for South Knox, along with Dawson. South Knox down 5 with the basketball, first in red coming toward me. Start the fourth quarter. Thomas hands to Robinson, back to JT, down low to Candler, 6'11" kid leaning on him. They'll put it up anyway and score. 4 straight by Candler, cuts the lead to 3. Boggs with a weave out on top to Wallace. Gullion takes it over to the high left. Spartans man-to-man. Gullion gets a screen, and it's an illegal screen, or is it a push on Candler? It's a push on Candler. Dakota's second foul, and that puts Rock Creek in the 1-and-1. So the Spartans have fouled too much. They put the opposition in the bonus very early, and Deeper's a good free throw shooter. He's 3 of 3, has 7 points. Free throw on the way is good. Bonus could make it a 5-point lead. Nothing but net. 38-33. Robinson quickly over to the left side. There's JT getting a screen from Dawson into the lane. Hands it off to Candler. They'll go up against Treat and lay it in. 38-35. Candler now with 6 in a row for South Knox. 7 minutes to play in the game. Deeper out high against Candler. Where's the 5-second count? Gives to Gullion. Bobbles the catch. Down low to Treat against Dawson. Cross the lane to Gullion. Dumps it out to Boggs. Right side Gullion tries to attack. Kills the dribble. Good defense there by the Spartans. Boggs guarded closely by Robinson. Tries to get a screen from the big kid. Hands off to Wallace at the half line against Robinson. Little wheel play out on top to Gillian. 6:18 left in the game. Rock Creek up 38-35. They lob inside to Deeper, and the ball knocked away from him by Mater, who came over with help side defense. Nice smart play there by Dillon. Rock Creek's committed only 2 fouls, and on the other side of that, the Spartans have committed 7. So the Lions are in the bonus. Ball comes in down to Wallace. Boggs open on the right wing. 3 on the way, no good. Rebound JT. Spartans down 3 with 6 minutes to play. Mater with the dribble out to Candler. Fakes the 3 against Deeper, the 6'11 boy. There's JT on the left wing against man defense. Down to Candler against Deeper. Dawson out on the arc, behind the arc, shoots the 3, no good. Candler rebounds. Turns, shoots, and swatted out of bounds. 5:36 left in the game. Boggs will come out. Memphis Jackson is back in. 38-35, Rock Creek. Spartans will inbound. Thomas right below me. Up top to Dawson. Candler behind the arc. He'll shoot a 3. It's an air ball. Rebound Cody. He blew the layup, then finishes back on the other side. 38-37. Rock Creek's 7-point lead is down to 1. Gillian pulls up from 10. No good. Rebound Robinson. Through the middle of the floor. Out on top. Clears to JT. Candler gets away from Deeper. He'll shoot in front of the basket. No good. Got his own rebound and fouled by Gillian. Nice play there by Gillian to save the layup. Candler will go to the line shooting 2 times. He's just 1 of 4 from the line. Spartans are only 1 of 8 from the free throw line. Candler with 9 points. First one is good. That ties the game for the second time. South Knox is on a 9-2 run going back into the third quarter. Second free throw would push the Spartans up by 1. Yes, sir. So South Knox has had 3 leads in this game, and each of the previous 2 times, Rock Creek has come down and hit a 3. Now we've got a timeout. A Decker Tavern timeout, and on the Grunman scoreboard, 5:05 left in the game. 39-38 South Knox, back in 1 minute. This is a Media 5 Sports production. Spartans go on defense. They're going to come up with a half-court trap here. Sam Singleton, the freshman, back in there for Dawson, standing in the center circle. Spartans have not used that defense yet today. Wallace sees it coming. Boggs in the backcourt. Cross to Wallace. Up on the high. Boggs. Corner of the half line, double team. Goes down to Treat on the baseline. He nearly walks. Goes to Wallace. Across the court. Out on top. Boggs, right side. Treat in the lane to Gillian. Clears it to Wallace on the left corner. He's capable of hitting that shot. Rock Creek knocked away by Thomas. Oh, a late whistle and a foul called against Thomas after JT knocked that ball away. And Rock Creek will go to the free throw line. This is Goulian to the line, shooting a 1-and-1. He's 0 of 2 from the line. He has 8 points, hasn't scored in the second half. Shooting the front end, it's on the way, and it's good. Ties the game at 39. So South Knox, again, has not been able to have the lead and the ball. Bonus is in the air, and it is in and out, rebounded by the Spartans. Robinson comes out of there with it. We're tied at 39. Candler to Thomas over on the high right. Rock Creek in a man-to-man. Now they're in a zone, 2-3 zone, and they're going to do a little trapping out of it. Thomas between the circles to Robinson. JT with 4:10 to play in the game. Right side Mater, he'll stroke the three up there. Too strong, rebound in the lane to Robinson and to Candler. He'll put it up, no good but a foul. So South Knox will get back to the free throw line on the 4th foul against Rock Creek. And if that's on Treat, that's his 4th. And it is. 6'7", junior. It's not going to be a shooting foul, apparently. Thought he was in the act of shooting. Spartans will inbound it up to Mater. Candler comes up high to get a pass to JT. And over to Robinson with Rock Creek in the 2-3 zone. Mater behind the arc. He's missed a couple of 3 balls. He's going to be reluctant to pull the trigger, I gotta believe. He needs to keep shooting. Robinson over on the side. Spartans don't have to get in a hurry here. Backdoor play to Dawson, missed underneath, got it back. Stripped of the ball, but into the hands of Robinson to Dawson. And almost lost it, and back to Robinson. Boy, the Spartans are really fortunate to keep possession. Mater inside Dawson, baseline Dakota around his man. Reverse layup is good. He took it in there against the big guys, and it's 41-39 South Knox. Spartans go away from the half-court trap. Singleton on the bench. Spartans will just play man-to-man. Up 2. 3 minutes to play in the game. Boggs between the circles. Guarded by Robinson. Wallace pops out high, gets a pass. Treat stays on the floor with 4 fouls. Goulian goes inside to Treat against Dawson, turns and outlets to Wallace. And now Goulian underneath the Treat, bobbles the pass, stolen by Robinson, but he was out of bounds. South Knox was that close to having the lead in the ball for the first time. 2:36 to play. Rock Creek will inbound across the way. Actually at the other end of the floor, I should say. Under their basket, Wallace to Goulian. A screen for Wallace. He's got it on the side. Back to Goulian at the point. Looking for deeper inside with Dakota guarding him. Treat against Dawson. Shoots with the left hand, no good. Rebound, Mater comes out of there with it. So for the first time in the game, South Knox has the lead and the ball. JT across the timeline. Rock Creek still has 2 fouls to give before the Spartans go to the 1-and-1. Thomas to Robinson. Fall-away jumper's blocked out of bounds. Coach Burke is saying, Brennan, why are you doing that with 2 minutes to go? We don't need that kind of a shot. We've got the lead. Robinson open on the inbound. Brings the dribble out on top. Gives to Dawson. And now Thomas. Up top, Candler. There's Robinson on the high right. Minute 48 left. Brennan with the dribble, gives to Dawson, and he threw the ball out of bounds. Now, was it deflected? The referee is saying it was deflected by Goulian. I think the Spartans are getting a break there. Mater cut in. Dawson's pass went out, and the referee thinks that Goulian deflected that ball. I don't know. I think the Spartans are getting a break there, but South Knox will call a timeout, a Decker Tavern timeout with 1:44 to play, and on the Grunman scoreboard, South Knox 41, Rock Creek 39. Back in 30 seconds. This is a Media 5 Sports production. Okay, thank you. Well, I'm sure one of the things Coach Burke is telling his kids right now is we don't have to shoot. We got the ball in a 2-point lead. It's up to Rock Creek to come after them. Rock Creek's original starting 5 comes out of the huddle. Treat at 6'7" is the kid with 4 fouls. Nobody else is in any kind of foul trouble for the Lions. That's one of the reasons they've been able to have a lead most of this ball game. They've been able to keep their regulars on the floor. They're not deep. Robinson nearly threw the ball away on the inbound. Nearly stolen by Gillian. And Rock Creek's going to trap. Dawson to Mater. Up on top, Thomas back to Mater behind the arc. In the middle is Robinson. Rock Creek in the half-court trap. In the middle is Dawson, goes underneath to Dakota. He'll go up and get fouled, and that fouls Treat out of the game. Good ball movement there by the Spartans. Candler will shoot 2 free throws. 1:23 to play. So Treat fouls out, the 6'7" kid. Memphis Jackson will come in, and Rock Creek wants another timeout. The Decker Tavern timeout on the Grunman scoreboard. 41-39 South Knox, 1:23 left. Back in 30 seconds. This is a Media 5 sports production. Candler will go to the line. He's 3 of 6. He has hit 2 free throws here in the fourth quarter. Has 13 points. Has 8 fourth quarter points. South Knox was down 36-29 at one point. Since that time, they've outscored Rock Creek, now 12-3. South Knox needs these 2 free throws. Candler shooting at the basket toward me. Needs them both for a 2-possession lead. First free throw is good. (42-39). There's the second one for a 4-point lead. Yes, sir. South Knox will play man-to-man. There's Wallace in the center circle, directs some traffic. Moves it over on the left, high Gullion. Up top, Boggs, guarded by Robinson. Looking inside for Deeper, guarded behind by Dawson. Boggs over on the side, Wallace. Out behind the line, Boggs near the center circle. Moves left, clears it over to Wallace. Tries to go around JT, gives to Jackson. He dribbled it off his foot. And a jump ball will stay with Rock Creek. Deeper is rolling around, the 6'11" kid on the floor. He's acting like he's shaking up a little bit. At 6'11", he takes up a lot of space down there, even as thin as he is. Chris Brown saying that his player got undercut. There was a loose ball out there. Players were diving for it. And Deeper's going to come out. He's having a hard time with that left foot. Rock Creek will get the basketball. 6'7" kids already fouled out. Now Deeper has to leave. He's really having a hard time with the left foot, apparently. Now he's back on the floor. He's going to try to take his is he trying to take his shoe off? They've got him back up, and now ball is going to come in at 5'10", so they lose 13 inches on that substitution. South Knox up by 4, 48 seconds left. Sam Singleton is going to come back in for Cody Dawson. As Rock Creek will inbound under their basket at the other end. Into Gullion, left side, up the ball. Jackson, they swing it over to Wallace. He'll shoot a three, no good. Got his own rebound, knocked around, and a foul on Candler. Spartans got the miss, couldn't get the rebound. Candler's going to pick up the foul, I believe, his third. Rock Creek shooting a 1-and-1. They'll be in the double bonus after this. And this is Boggs shooting from the free throw line for the first time in the game. He has a three-pointer to his credit, a Black's Excavation three, one of their 4. Free throw is no good. Rebound up in the air. It's saved in, but it's saved into South Knox. Spartans with a 4-point lead in the ball. Maynard got behind the defense and lays it up and in. 45-39. Spartans, 25 seconds left. Three ball out on top by Jackson, no good. The Spartans rebound with 20 seconds left. Dawson in the backcourt is fouled. 16 seconds to play. And South Knox is still not in the 1-and-1, so the Spartans will just inbound the ball. And get to work a little bit of clock here, leading by 6. Robinson's got to get the ball inbound. And a timeout. Each team has 2 timeouts left. We've got a Decker Tavern timeout with 16 seconds to play on the Grunman scoreboard. 45-39, South Knox back in 30 seconds. This is a Media 5 sports production. Well, have you ever had a saw cheesy? Do you even know what a saw cheesy is? Well, in either case, you need to talk to Skylar Keller at the Decker Tavern, serving saw cheesies, mouth-watering burgers, your favorite sandwiches, sides, wings, and appetizers. Open 7 days a week, the Decker Tavern. Great food and good times. Rock Creek still has to foul one more time to put the Spartans into 1-and-1. Spartans will inbound. Dawson over to my right on the sideline. Trying to fight through a screen. It comes into Dawson. Holds the basketball, and it takes 3 seconds before Rock Creek can get the foul. This will put Dawson at the line, shooting a 1-and-1. 13 seconds on the clock. Cody on the season is 4 of 5 from the line. He just hasn't taken enough free throw attempts. He's got 8 points tonight. Free throw, yes sir. That's a 3-possession lead with just 13 seconds to play. Dawson looking for double figures here with the bonus. In the air, yes sir. (47-39) South Knox. Down quickly as Boggs all the way down, almost traveled. Off the glass, no good. Singleton comes up with the loose ball and is fouled. 6.5 seconds to play. So Singleton will toe the stripe for the first time in the game, and a timeout called by Rock Creek. They've got 1 left. Decker Tavern timeout with 6.5 seconds to play in this one. 7th place game at the North Daviess tournament. On the Grundman scoreboard, 47-39 South Knox. Back in 30 seconds. This is a Media 5 sports production. Well, South Knox has outscored Rock Creek 16-3 in the fourth quarter. And since Rock Creek led by 7 with 1:05 to play in the third quarter, the Spartans are on an 18-3 run. Now Sam Singleton will stand at the free throw line, the 6'5 freshman who has a 3-pointer to his credit in the game. One of 2 Black's Excavation threes for South Knox. Logan Fisher hit the other one. It gave the Spartans a short-lived 20-19 lead back in the second quarter. Singleton, a 50% free throw shooter, 6 of 12. He's a much better shooter than that. Free throw is in and out, no good. Rock Creek rebounds. Wallace comes down. He'll shoot a long 2. It's no good, and that's the ball game. Final score on the Grundman scoreboard, South Knox 47. Rock Creek 39. Back with our post-game show after this timeout. This is a Media 5 sports production.